Alright, just pause it. Just pause it. Okay. Um, you guys might have realized that I try to. Okay, I tried to avoid this talking about it. I tried to not thinking about it too much, but somehow it keeps coming to my mind. And especially after that Sesame Street Andrew Garfield video, it that's gone viral right now. At the time I'm saying this, it's it keeps coming back. So, uh, I thought that I should finish talking about it because I know that my previous video, you might have seen me write something in the video with some music in the background, whatever. Um, so it's clear to me that it didn't. It was kind of hard to comprehend and hard to understand. Well, basically, on the day on 2 days before the well, 30 minutes before the Super Bowl and of this year, which is basically like towards close to Valentine's Day of this year. Um, my father passed away. And he passed away from some, as from my understanding, some heart complications or something. But yeah, he passed away. And it was very tough, obviously. And he was a Jehovah's Witness, but he knew God. He's a man of faith. What else? Oh, well, he was a good man. He was a hard worker. He had a hustle about him. He had a work hustle. Very good work ethic, hardworking, very generous, kind, and he's a leader. He was a good guy. Well, even though I wasn't all that close to him. I was kind of, but not really. I was kind of distant from him for a while. Oh, hold on, let me sit down for this. I can't stand for this. There we go. Much better. Much better. So yeah, yeah, he was very distant in my life. I wish I could have gotten to know him better. But yeah, he had like he died of some heart complications or something. And he passed out on and a bag of, not a bag of potatoes, but like he was like on a stack of potatoes at a Walmart produce department, as far as I've been told. And he just collapsed. He was in the shopping. He collapsed in the Walmart produce department. In Minnesota, and so what else? Oh yeah, he being a Jehovah's Witness. I believe that they don't they don't believe in heart resuscitation or open heart surgery. So, um, so they pressured him because he was in a congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, and he had a Ukrainian wife. Don't ask me how, but just this I could be here all day explaining to you, but yeah, he had a Ukrainian wife. Long story. And he signed a paper. They pressured him into signing a paper saying do not resuscitate. So I guess he did that, and yeah, he was in pretty much a vegetable when he was in a hospital. He was up in tubes and everything, and the wife could have stopped him, but it was like, oh, it's against my religion, so it was a whole thing. So he was in test tubes, and he passed away in my sister's arms, because my sister was daddy's girl. So he passed away. Yeah, he just died. It was me, my sister, my aunt, my my half brothers, and half sisters, pretty much my extended family, my dad's side, a few of them, yeah, he passed away. He was a vegetable, and he passed away. My aunt was hysterical. She's like one of those throws herself in a casket kind of ladies. So somebody passes away. So but yeah, it was tough. We stayed there about like a whole weekend, I would say. My father, again, he passed away during the Super Bowl, so my father was I believe he was a Chiefs fan, or no, I think might have been a 49ers fan. I'm not sure, but I know that he was rooting for one of them. But yeah, he was a good man. He sure made his mistakes, but he was a good man. I grew up around prayer warriors, so he was one of them. Yeah, I don't know what else to say on this. I mean, try to block it out of my memory, to be honest. Completely honest. I'm trying to try to block it out of my memory, but somehow it keeps coming back. So it feels like a dream. It just feels like a dream. It feels like a nightmare that like I have to keep coming back to. And it's just but he knew the Lord, so he knew God and stuff. So it was good. He, even though I didn't have that good of a relationship with him, with my father. He always tried to drag me into like these his church, or his his congregation, whatever. But I always hated that. Like he always brings home like those the good. I wouldn't say good memory, but like I guess one of the interesting funniest memories that like he used to bring home one of those watch one of those, I think it was called Watchtower or whatever those books are called. Pamphlets are called, whatever. But and he was very he was very persistent. And he kept on like saying, "Oh, you should read this. This talks about God. You should read this. This talks about God. This has the word God in it. You should read it." I thought of you right away, but yeah, he didn't say it like that, but it's kind of like I'm paraphrasing. But yeah, um, let's see what else. My father he was very generous. He would stop everything. He would stop at nothing just to cheer you up, and he would drop everything at the drop of a hat just to be there for you, just to say he's very loyal like that. He was like, "Oh, what you need, I got you. Don't worry about it, I got you. What you need, is there anything?" Very hospitable, very had like a servant heart. Um, he's a man of faith, as I said before. Um, he was just an awesome guy. Um, oh man, oh dear, I don't think I have anything else to say than that. Man, I'm running out of things to say. I don't know what else to say. What else can I say? I have his ashes somewhere because he gave me his ashes. He also gave me like a watch that was too big. Also a tuxedo. But what's crazy about all this is that during the or after the funeral, I should say. No, actually, no. I think it was after his death, cause I guess cause I guess his wife, his Ukrainian wife, wanted his stuff, like wanted his stuff, typical gold digger stuff, the gold digger type of woman. So I guess she wanted the house and she wanted the stuff, and she didn't want it. She didn't want any of it to go to us. The things that he left for us, she wanted it. So, it's a lot of greed and betrayal and a lot of drama, to be honest. Now that I think about it, she just wanted. Now that I have time to think about it, I think she just wanted material things, his prized possessions than anything. I don't think she really loved him actually, but or maybe she did. I don't know, but because there were some sincere moments that she was like, oh my gosh, she did show signs of redemption, signs of guilt, and signs of potential redemption, but that still didn't, excuse the stuff that she did. And she broke a foundation that was built on God and trust, and I don't know. It's made all about her, but and her motives are all wrong and stuff. So, well, whatever. Neither here nor there. Gosh, this video is going so long. So, yeah, basically, my father was a good guy. And he was a good man. But he did have a lot of regrets and mistakes, as any other human being would. I would be lying if I said I didn't miss my father. Oh boy. Really miss my father. I, I, even when he was in his deathbed, I kind of like, for some reason, I felt the Holy Spirit just try to, um, just try to encourage him, and even in his vegetable state, I try to encourage him and try to forgive him in his last dying breath, and he just turned to me, and he just like I swore and I saw like a tear fall from his eye, and but like man, like I. Uh, oh boy. I don't know. I miss my father. Now that my stepdad's he has basically he had cut kidney stones now. That's another reason why I'm making this, why I'm talking about it, because my stepdad has like kidney stones um in his gallbladder, so he had to go to the hospital for that and get it surgically removed. And it was a matter of life or death. So, but yeah. Um, but I didn't really have a connection with him either. If anything, it was further from it. So, um, but he is a man of faith as well, I suppose. He went to church with my mom and stuff like that, and he's an alcoholic and an abuser. But yeah, it was he turned around. I mean, somewhat. I mean, he's all right. He's doing better than he used to before. I'll tell you that much. That's for sure. He's not who he used to be, which is a good improvement. So in totality, and and to summarize all this, God was in the middle of the chaotic part of my family. So the chaotic time in my family's life, and God was still at the center. God was still moving. But don't feel sorry for me. No. If anything, it's a time to rejoice, cause God was at the center of it all. God was still in control. He still reigned supreme, and God still had a final word, and we all got our cross to bear, but we all got God to comfort us in times of distress and uncertainty and chaotic times. And we should never stop praying, even we should never stop praying and praying. We should always start praying. We should always pray, even for the small things, for those tiny miracles, and for our salvation as well. That's all I gotta say, to be honest. I wish I had more to say. I wish I had more advice and more things to say about my dad. But as for right now, my brain is fried. My brain is fried like French fries. I don't know. That's all I gotta say. And I hope you enjoyed this. I guess. I guess subscribe and like, and and comment below and maybe share your story of how God used you to preach to your family or to help you to inspire others. Or you know what, in general, let me know what your story is on how God moved in your life, because everybody's got a testimony, and every story is not always going to be the same, but we still serve a God that works miracles. So let me know in the comments what your story is and what your testimony is. And yeah, and just let your voice be heard, because your voice does matter. So that's it. I gotta say, boy, thank God and everything you do. Even if you don't feel it, He's still there with us. So thank you guys, and I pray that you have an awesome rest of your day, and encourage each other and yourself. And God bless.